Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And on Thought Thursday, we have this extraordinary woman. I'm so glad you're here. Jenna Phillips Ballard, who is the founder of Unicorn University, coach, speaker, and facilitator. Good morning, Sunshine.
Well, good morning to you. Thank you for having me here.
You're such a unicorn. Tell us what a unicorn means to you.
Well, it's not so literal. So what it means to be a unicorn is to be confident and radical in your self-expression. I mean, I don't blend. So I give not only other women permission to also be outrageous and be free and be confident, but also to know that they get to be safe in that. So I used to wear clothes that would mute my presence because I thought that I needed to dim my light. And that created a lot of breakdowns in my life. And so I realized that it really was my purpose to stand in my confidence and know that I can be outrageous and over the top and extra AF. And then, of course, in turn, I would give...
What's AF?
No,
I don't know.
No. It's censored. That's censored.
Okay.
Yeah, extra. So
that's for the after show.
Yeah.
Real extra.
I'll explain that.
Jenna, I'm very curious because what was the moment where you decided, you know, I'm no longer going to dim my light. I'm going to be the unicorn I was born to be?
Well, to be totally honest, I went to Burning Man 2 years ago for my first time, and I was dressed up like a unicorn the entire week. And I felt so much joy and freedom and playfulness and fun. And I went with really good friends of mine, Preston Smiles, Alexi Panos,
Big shout out.
Brother and sister. And it was a really special time for me to play with play. Because as a businesswoman, as a coach, my husband and I have an emotional intelligence center in San Diego, so there's a lot of professionalism and blazers and pencil skirts, and I felt so at home in my body. And I thought, gosh, what would it look like if I brought this to the event space? What would it look like if I was outrageous in the real world outside of this space called Burning Man? And I got this download, Unicorn University, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to teach women how to be confident and abundant and courageous.
So tell us what the actual Unicorn University, it's in person and online, and what does it look like?
Well, there will be an in-person live event in the next 6 months, so that's in process right now, which is very exciting. But right now it's all online, and that's my inner tribe where I get to coach women directly. But it's also not for everyone. So I created a 6-week course that women get to experience first, and it's really a sifting process. And I stand for women to be awesome and courageous, and also really excited when other women are shining and rising and elevating and being successful. So I really got clear I wanted to build a tribe that I never had when I was growing up. So that's really important to me. And I have a vision of womankind just being in synergy and in harmony and not trying to outdo each other, and just being so excited when we see other successful women creating magic.
It's so important that the competition, you know, women, we've tended to do that. And I know that all women have experienced that at some point in time in our lives, and it's not fun. So the topic today, how do you pick your inner circle? Obviously, you're mastering this. So tell us, how do you pick your inner circle?
I'm really, what's important to me, the people that are close to me in my life and in my inner circle are women who live in integrity, who do what they say they're going to do, who are truly living in abundance, so an abundant mindset, that they believe in miracles and they believe in magic. And really the women that I am in relationship with in my tribe are doctors, they are authors, they're public speakers, they're creating so much greatness in the world. And you know, those are people that I resonate with. I mean, we're all at the same vibration. And so when we align forces and create together, then nothing can stand in our way.
Who have been some of the most inspiring unicorns in your own life?
Huge shout out to Alexi Panos. Alexi Panos, girl, I love you.
She's amazing.
She's been such a huge stand for me to shine. I remember years ago when I was I was a celebrity fitness trainer for 10 years, very successful in Los Angeles. And I felt really called to focus my energy on emotional intelligence, and really studied emotional intelligence for the last 7 years of my life, and felt called to create a movement around that and stand for people. I love to work with bigger groups of people. And so as I was transitioning from trainer to coach and messenger online, my overall message was, you can do anything and you get to love yourself and know that you get to be courageous. I mean, that's never really changed, just the package has looked very different. And as I was in that transition, she said, okay, well, I'm gonna come over and film you. I'll teach you how to edit your videos. And I remember being in this experience of her being so generous with her time, and she was so committed to supporting me. And I got really vulnerable with her, and I said, you know, I'm really having a hard time with this because I'm not used to women wanting me to shine like this. And she's like, yeah, that's it. I just want to see you shine. And you're worthy, you have an amazing message, and I want to see you impact millions of people.
Wow.
And so
how do you accept that though? When
it's a practice. Yeah. And thank you for asking that question. I think because it's an important discussion. I think a lot of women, our most challenging thing to do is to receive, but we're anatomically designed to receive. It really is actually very natural to receive as a woman. And today's modern woman is a goal crusher, a dream chaser, like, a boss babe. And there's a lot of masculine energy in that. And that was me as a trainer. And that worked for me in my training position. But I realized that wasn't creating harmony in my relationships. So I discovered that's actually my strength, my feminine grace, and really learning how to balance both. So that's been a big thing for me is knowing that I'm worthy and practicing it, because it even comes up. It's every day I have worthiness conversations, and I think that when leaders say, I never have a negative thought, or I never have a fear or a limiting belief, I think that they're not being authentic. I think that every human being has some kind of a self-doubt, or some kind of a limiting belief, or some kind of a fear that more money won't come, or some kind of a fear that they're never gonna get their big break. And so I teach women how to break through those conversations, so that's their new standard, that the fears will come, the self-doubt will come, the limiting beliefs will come, but what is your commitment to your mission is more important and louder than those conversations.
Right. And I love this, just love it. And what would you say is like one of your favorite practices for learning to receive, for sort of learning to accept your own self-love?
Well, I've created a sequence and series of mantras that I have recorded. I've created videos. They're awesome, and so I've created that's available in Unleash Your Inner Unicorn, which is my 6-week course. And so I've broken through all this stuff with mantras, and so I have all this amazing knowledge and wisdom that I want to share with everybody. And for me to not share it would be selfish of me. So I really got clear what was available for me by sharing and paying it forward was to transform womankind and therefore the planet.
How can people find and work with you?
Well, I'm the only Jenna Phillips Ballard in the world, literally. So I'm a unicorn, literally. So you can find me on Facebook, Jenna Phillips Ballard, and also on Instagram. You can also go to my website, Jenna Phillips Ballard, or unicornuniversity.com.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for all your
you.
work. And you're just so gorgeous. I love your outfit.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.